Who would have thought that we'd be covering Onision in 2024? Not me. We got some crazy Onision developments, y'all. Why is Onision popping up on my For You page? Uh-oh. Did something happen? Yes. Long story short, yes. Things are happening, guys. So I'm trying to preemptively prepare you guys because this is going to get stinky. This is going to get stinky. Okay? We might see a little bit more Onision. So we got to prepare ourselves because this is going to get disgusting and gross smelling. Onision has started uploading his channel again, as you can see. 1 day ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 6 days ago, 7 days ago, 8 days ago. These are all old videos though, or mostly. Most of these are older videos, but he's just starting to re-upload because he started reposting around July. So maybe because he started reposting, Sarah got really upset by it and that made her want to call him on the phone. Sarah called Onision at 6 in the morning and he uploaded a whole video calling it, "I just woke up to Sarah wishing cancer on me." So are you guys ready for this? This is it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense because again, if you guys remember the stream I did earlier this year back in January, right? We were all confused how Sarah had filed a lawsuit against Onision way back in March of 2023, right? And then we learned that apparently Sarah had also been having phone calls with Lucas in March 12th of 2023. So like less than 2 weeks after filing a lawsuit, you're having calls with the people you're suing and they're being friendly and everything. It was so confusing. I couldn't wrap my head around it. And it's so funny because I remember from Onision's video, he kept emphasizing how he's like a law-abiding citizen, and because it's illegal to record a phone call without the other person's consent, that he would just basically take notes. And that's kind of what happened here, if you remember that stream. If you guys don't remember, you can go watch it. I actually edited this down. You know, this is on the channel. Now fast forward, I guess a year and a half later, because this is all the way from March, they're still in an active lawsuit, right? And I'm guessing that Sarah saw him reposting old videos again, and maybe that upset her, and she decided to have a phone call with him. Woo! So here we go, guys. All right. Onision hadn't spoken to Sarah since early 2023. Oh, right. We just saw it. March. Had an email, texted, nothing. She called him / woke him up at 6 a.m. on August 7th, 2024 to tell him to leave her alone. Okay, so the day that she called him, he uploaded the video right away. Look at this. It was uploaded the same day that she called him. She called him so he would leave her alone. Since 2019, Sarah has defamed Onision via public interviews, international TV, and social media. Onision has been harassed every single day since 5+ years of endless harassment. Rightfully, Onision has defended himself publicly, repeatedly, with facts, evidence, and witness statements. I like how he separated the statements right there.
Hey guys, in Washington State, you can record phone conversations if you're capturing a crime. Harassment is a crime. Fraud is a crime.
Okay, so right here it says, because Sarah blackmailed me before, extorted me before, was a self-admitted criminal for dealing drugs illegal. Oh my god. Oh, these are such boring spiels. The call was at an inconvenient hour. He quoted that. Being 6 a.m. when I was still asleep. Is a criminal for many other reasons, and considering this was harassment on Sarah's part to call me directly when she is taking part in vexatious litigation against me, this is more than covered as only needing one party recording consent by state law. So he's trying to like basically skirt around the whole like you need 2-party consent to record a phone call by saying she's harassing me. If you're being harassed, you're allowed to record a call. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like I would give it to him, the whole fact that like you're in a lawsuit against someone, like someone's suing you and they hate you and they're calling you at 6 in the morning. I mean, I don't know how it would end up in court, right? But I feel like it wouldn't be crazy to record. First of all, why is she calling him, right? Like that is like, Sarah, girl, what are you doing? Girl, please. I'm here to support you, girl. But like, what? Why are you calling this guy? Doesn't make any sense. Okay.
Conversations if you're capturing a crime. Harassment is a crime. Fraud is a crime. Rape is a crime.
Sarah wished cancer on me. Okay, so he's trying to justify why he recorded the call, and within the call, Sarah apparently wishes cancer on him, but like he couldn't have predicted that. So let's just stick to the stuff you said earlier, bro. Like, you know, that, you know, you're in a lawsuit and she called in the middle of the morning while you were sleeping. Just stick to that. You can't say that, well, she was gonna wish bad stuff about me, so of course I'm gonna record her, because you can't predict that.
There's a number of things that Sarah has done that is a crime. She thinks that you won't believe a single thing I say because of my age and gender. That's her entire position. She doesn't understand that when you're an adult, you're an adult, you're an adult, you're an adult. She thinks that for some reason the entire world is ageist and sexist, and that because of that, she can just do whatever she wants to anyone and no one will believe anyone but her.
Let's pause real quick. So within the live stream, I didn't really take note of him saying that Sarah's entire position is that people won't believe him because of his age and his gender. I think that's baloney. As I'm editing the stream and after listening to the entire call, and really in general, I've never heard Sarah say that people are never going to believe him because he's an older guy. So I don't know what Onision is talking about there. I don't even believe that he ever backs that up in the first place. So I think he's just hyper victimizing himself. So off to a rough start, Onision, and I'm glad that I'm reposting this with my afterthoughts and edits because I'm not always going to have the best takes as I'm live streaming.
So because I captured Sarah's admissions because she is a criminal, I can finally present to you one of the many conversations that we had in the past, which she is probably going to crap herself, realizing that when she called me at 6 a.m., she was in fact recorded herself.
She's gonna crap herself, dude. Is this like a game? Like, I don't know. It's so weird for him to say she's gonna crap herself. Imagine saying that, right? The whole okay, I don't know. I can't get over the whole fact that he recorded this on the day of. And he's saying, oh, she's going to crap herself once she learns that I recorded her. And I'm going to upload it on the same day. Like, he's not wasting a minute. Anyway, it says right here, it was difficult to get the recording started, being that I had just woken up because of her 6 a.m. call. So I was only able to capture the last part of the phone call. And right here, he's showing that the call lasted 11 minutes and 42 seconds, which is very important to note here because the video itself is 7 minutes and 20 seconds. So off the bat, we know we're not going to get the full phone call. All right, so just keep that in mind. We're not getting the full phone call.
That when she called me at 6 a.m., she was in fact recorded. Oh boy, this is what I've been going through. And this is the person that you guys supported and believed instead of me.
Okay, he says this is the full original audio, has not been altered in any way other than pauses for comment. Nothing was removed or altered. I was unable to find something to record the call at first as Windows was being annoying, so I used my Sony recorder. On his website, he has the call all without interruptions or edits for 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So he only recorded 3 minutes and 45 seconds of the entire call.
Why are you laughing?
Dude, I was a kid.
You were an adult, Sarah. Okay, Sarah, you're an adult. You can't say
I
that.
was a fucking teenager. I was a teenage girl. You're almost 40, dude. Get a hold of your life.
You just said that you were a teenager and I was 40.
No, Onision, she didn't say you were almost 40 when she was a teenager. She said you're almost 40 now and you're still talking about something that you allegedly began doing to her when she was a teenager. And it's very convenient for Onision that he began recording when she's laughing in a sort of maniacal way, but she's obviously laughing in a sort of shock and confusion that he could still be talking about this so late in his life when she's the victim, allegedly. So here it says, Onision was 31 when adult Sarah stated she could destroy his life if she wanted to and would only sign an agreement to not lie about him if he would quote-unquote do stuff with her and she quote-unquote got what she wanted. I believe we've seen the agreement, and the agreement obviously doesn't say anything like that. It was like a weird generic NDA picked off of Google.
I'm not 40 now.
You're almost 40 years old and you're still talking about shit that happened with a teenage girl 5 years ago.
Did you? Yes, because you're suing me,
Are
Sarah.
you going to therapy? Because if you're not, you need to.
Well, after the trauma you put us through, I went through therapy, yeah. But guess what?
Oh, that's good.
Okay, and then he says, pause. Sarah said Onision needs to go to therapy. Onision said because of what she put him through, he did go to therapy. And she said, oh, that's good. And he says, question mark, question mark, question mark? So, okay. Again, it's not completely clear what the objective was of Sarah calling him. But obviously, at least in part, she is berating him. Like, she just, which is a weird look. Okay, guys? I don't really know how this is like a good call to but again, I think it must have upset her that he started becoming active on his socials again, like his social media, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube channels that are uploading again.
Guess what, Sarah?
What?
You apologized for raping us twice. You cannot get around that. You said sorry for raping us 2 times.
Dude, it was sarcastic.
This conversation feels so like, is this real? Is this real? Like, what? Why is this happening? It says the web community insisted Sarah never apologized for Onision. Onision just proved again with Sarah's own confession, August 7th, 2024, she did in fact apologize. When Sarah wants to change the past, she simply says she was joking, but no sane person apologizes sarcastically for that. Grape is not a joke. In the lawsuit, the one that we went over here back in January, there's actually a part where I don't think Onision has ever described this grape from Sarah, really. But Sarah has described it in full detail in this lawsuit. And I don't want to go through it again. So unless they're talking about different instances, it doesn't make sense how Sarah did it to Onision. Do you know what I mean? Because in this lawsuit it's described that first he digitally penetrated her, and which I remember at first I was like, digitally? What? Digital? I was like, oh yeah, I remember, digits are fingers. And then after that, it says in the lawsuit that he did it from behind. He's trying to twist that and say that because there was some agreement that he was actually coerced into doing that somehow. He was blackmailed into doing that. Like, huh? Additionally, when someone dumps you, you're not in a silly, goofy mood. When Sarah apologized, she was sad and upset. It was not sarcastic. She simply says anything that makes her look bad is conveniently a joke. Sarah forgets she already publicly admitted how her apology went down. This does not appear quote-unquote sarcastic. And then he quotes her saying, I was sobbing while holding you and begging you to forgive me. This is from like an old tweet. Oh, okay. But like, what's the context, right? I bet that made you feel powerful. Do you feel powerful now is what she says underneath. So what's the forgiveness context? I don't know. I'm not convinced here, Onision. I'm sorry. Like, it's been years. I know it's been years, right? But we're still talking about this and like, what? I'm not convinced. What's up, Alexandra in chat?
How do you apologize?
So ridiculous.
How do you apologize for raping someone sarcastically, Sarah, right after they dump
Because
you?
it was so ridiculous, the notion that I could have even been capable of raping you.
Sarah doesn't deny she was dumped/rejected by Onision, just as he stated. Sarah again tries to manipulate the narrative to focus on the idea of Onision being forcibly raped instead of what he is talking about, sexual extortion. Why? Because she has no defense for the actual claim and would rather distract claims Onision never made. Oh, okay, so Onision agrees that there was no force. So Onision's saying, I was never forced to do anything. Yeah, she never forced herself on me. So in Onision's world, I guess Sarah's claims can still be accurate, but he did what he did because he was extorted to do so. Oh my god, I hate his argumentation. Saying any person cannot be is completely insane. Anyone can be a victim of rape regardless of age or gender. Ageism and sexism are without question wrong. I don't know if she's being ageist or sexist. I mean, I guess in the beginning she was making fun of him for his age, but I don't understand what, like, is he just throwing spaghetti at the wall here? Like, what? Seeing if it sticks?
Sexual.
You got like 50 pounds on me, bitch.
Did you or did you not say that you could destroy our lives if you wanted to?
What?
You said you could destroy us if you wanted to. You said it to Luke and you said it to me.
More awkward silence. Bro, she's just trying to process, like, your strange, like, random interrogation. And it's also convenient, right? Like, we don't get the rest of the call at the beginning. I feel like we're getting the part where he's now taking more dominance here. And also, another reminder, Luke, again, formerly known as Kai Laney, now goes by Lucas/Luke. A lot to keep up with.
As a joke? Sure, I probably did.
Let that sink in. If Onision told a woman that he would destroy their life if they did not sleep with him, he would be in jail. Age and gender do not excuse the crime Sarah committed against Onision and his spouse. all while gaslighting Onision, acting like he doesn't have hundreds of documented texts.
Sarah.
Oh my god, I thought I paused it, bitch. Sorry, y'all. Okay, it's paused now. All while gaslighting Onision, acting like he doesn't have hundreds of documented text, videos, posts, and reports proving everything he is saying. Alright, Onision, let's go.
Sarah.
And Luke would fucking make those jokes to me too. Luke would make those jokes to me too. He literally would tell me, you know so much about me, like, you know, it's a good thing that you would never, like, you know, if we ever got in a fight, I'm fucked or whatever. Like, Luke would make those jokes to me too, so I don't know what the fuck you're trying to do with that.
He's trying to say that you always had an upper hand and he felt threatened by you. That's pretty much what he was trying to say. I guess Sarah's presenting it in a joking manner. Like, maybe in the sense that, like, oh, you wouldn't do it, but you could if you wanted to, lol, right? Like, because there was a lot of, like, tension around Onision at the time, that it wouldn't seem realistic, like, for her to turn on them, you know, but then ended up happening, kind of thing.
Real quick though, what's important here is the framing. Onision sees this as threatening to ruin my life, while Sarah remembers it as an ongoing joke that even Luke partook in, right, to destroy our lives. Now, whether there was some truth to Luke actually thinking that there was some fear because Sarah might have seen some things, regardless of that, there was always some accusations surrounding Onision. I mean, they joked together like on streams, and of course there's that classic tweet from Luke to Sarah, I'm grooming you nicely, right? So if we're taking everything at face value, right, if you want to take what Sarah said at face value, that she claims it's a joke, then I guess would you take your own partner's, your spouse's tweet at face value, right, that you claim is a joke? Basically, the most frustrating thing about Onision is his semantics. That's what will drive you crazy and what probably led to her maniacal laugh, because it drives you crazy. And semantics only trump logic when it favors him.
Sarah, again, just admitted she had all the power, saying she knew that not only did she threaten to destroy Onision's life earlier, but she was well aware Luke knew if she ever rejected Sarah, she would destroy his life. Everyone knew Sarah had all the power, and Sarah abused that power to a criminal extent. I need to put like scary music on for this. Sarah just established she knew both Luke and Onision were afraid of her, and had established they were afraid of her before she ever blackmailed them into sleeping with her. This is textbook sexual extortion.
I called you because I want you to leave me alone.
Sarah,
it has been 5 years.
you're suing me.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so this is like the bigger piece of the whole call, right? She called him so he would leave her alone. So the call should not have been 11 minutes, first of all. Second of all, he has a point. She is suing him. And this is awkward, guys. Like, how can I play I want to play devil's advocate for Sarah. Like, since when, right? Usually I would have to play devil's advocate for Onision, but like, this is so awkward. Because yeah, I mean, Onision has been annoyingly making videos. Like, I get it. I get how it would be annoying for her, right? Like, look at this. Calling himself vindicated, abused, etc., right? And talking about it nonstop. I get that. So in part that bothers her. But at the same time, if you're Onision and you believe that you're innocent, then you're gonna keep talking about it till you die, maybe, right? And she's suing him. So that's the awkward part. Why are you calling him if you're suing him?
I called you because I want you to leave me alone.
Sarah,
it has been 5 years.
you're suing me.
I don't know anything about that.
Then back out of it, because when you sue someone, they're going to defend
I want
themselves.
to be left alone, bitch.
Then stop suing people.
She says, I don't know anything about that. And she wants to be left alone. I don't know. What do you guys think, chat? I'm going to take a break and look at what you guys think. Chat, come on, chat. Anybody have some input here?
Then stop suing people.
I don't even. Oh my god.
And he says, when you sue someone and they are publicly attacked as a result, they are allowed to publicly defend themselves using facts and evidence. This is a basic constitutional right. Okay, we have 2 more minutes of this video left. Let's keep going.
You are suing me for $5 million. You should probably contact your lawyer and stop suing me if you want me to stop defending myself.
Sarah complete changed her story in 3, 2, 1.
You have no defense.
I have what?
If your defense is you have no defense. Like, your defense is a lie.
Okay, so you do know that you're suing me.
He says, Sarah first pretended she had no idea about the lawsuit 1 second. Then, seconds later, as usual, completely changed her story and began arguing her case. I don't know if she changed her story. Now, I don't think she changed her story. I think that Sarah might be in a position where she doesn't know the ins and outs of her lawsuit, her own lawsuit. It could be the case where maybe she signed on a little too eagerly. Maybe she was promised something. Maybe she was promised monetary value, right? Because it's not just her in the law. It's not just Onision in the lawsuit. I believe Google is also attached. So maybe they thought they could get a settlement and she could get a payout, right? So maybe she was talked into it somehow, and she doesn't actually know the ins and outs. And for some reason, she was just like, honest profile. Again, it's also another factor is that she is very activated for it being 6 in the morning. Now, what is it? 6 in the morning his time. That's gonna be like, I think 8 in the morning for Sarah's time. She's in Michigan. I think that's 2 hours later than postal or Pacific Standard Time, not postal. So she's up at 8 a.m. I don't know if she stayed up all night and she's like has a little mania in her, or she was drinking, or maybe she just woke up this activated. There's like a lot of factors to play into here, right? So I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. But like, there's no denying that laughter in the beginning was a little scary, okay? I will say.
I also want to add something else here, because it's very obvious that she was triggered and is very hyper emotional. And when people are hyper emotional, they're not their best selves, right? So I think it's safe to assume that, I mean, hopefully that she acknowledges that this is a slip up, right? We haven't heard from her since the call, you know, she's not continuously ranting off. So let's hope that it was a slip off, and it's likely that she does feel bad. Like Onision said, maybe she crapped herself. Okay, that's a stupid expression. Like, she might feel dumb afterwards, but not for the reasons that he's saying. I don't think she incriminated herself like he says. I just think obviously it's a mistake to call someone you're suing and go off on them in this way. Definitely doesn't help her, but I don't think that he's got all the gotchas that he says he does.
Ace in chat says she's still an adult and should be aware about what she's going into legally. And I agree with that. And that's why I'm saying that it's perhaps possible that she like stayed up late and was either drunk or having some sort of episode, right? Because of course, like, yeah, girl, you should know better than to call him when you're in a legal suit against him. But of course, if you're under the influence of something, or you're just having like an episode or some mental health problem, then I guess that could be a reason for the slip up, is what I'm trying to say. Because yeah, I agree. It does not make sense that she's calling him at this hour. It does not make sense at all. But like, if there's other circumstances. Meg Ape says in chat, maybe it's hard to let your trauma go to rest when it's dictated such a vulnerable part of her young life, or she subconsciously or maybe consciously wants to be brought to light more. It's there are so many things we could predict, right? God, I'm sorry. I feel like we have a little bit more to finish, right? But I'll tell you another reason why I was a little bit unsure about covering this at first, because again, this was posted on the 7th. I think I first saw it like a few days after. I don't know exactly when, right? But obviously right now, as of right now, we're streaming on the 18th. And I wasn't sure if I want to cover it because of that awkwardness, right? She's obviously frustrated at him talking about it. I don't know how she feels about other people talking about it. But at the same time, it's like, it's apparent that he is trying to come out and talk about things more, right? So at the very least, I'm trying to give a nuanced conversation about this whole thing now that the conversation is out. Because I saw that he's been invited to go on Keemstar's show, the LolcowLive podcast. So that's the other thing I wanted to discuss. That not only is he trying to make like a little post old videos and all that stuff, you know, on his channel, but he's trying to get his voice out and probably say everything that we're going over on the LolcowLive podcast to a whole new audience. Which, again, I'm not saying that I think it would go well, but it's happening, right? Onision's live appearance has been pushed to next week. We have a different guest for tonight. Stand by. Asa says in chat, what I'm wondering, why have his number? Why retain ways to contact him and for him to contact her? According to his screenshot, he doesn't have her number saved, right? Obviously, she has his number saved, but he doesn't have her saved. Okay, and here we see the call was at 6:40 a.m. Okay. Yeah, it is another thing that it's a little interesting that they should have their phone number still. But obviously, he would recognize that it was her with the 269 area code.
And you do understand it's myself as a witness, everybody here is a witness, multiple people against you, numerous texts, and your defense is, like you just admitted to me that you apologized for raping me, and your defense is, I was joking.
It was sarcastic because it was so ridiculous to me that you would ever even say that.
So you admit that you apologized for raping me. That's the thing. You can't say, oh, I was joking. Nobody jokes about...
I never apologized, dude.
Okay, and he keeps showing this tweet that says, remember when you made me feel so guilty that I was sobbing while holding you and begging for you to forgive me? Okay, now, if the context of this apology is grape, bro, the first part that you're leaving out, right? He's quoting, I was sobbing while holding you and you begged me to and begged you to forgive me. He's leaving out the part where she says, remember when you made me feel so guilty that I was sobbing? You made me feel so guilty. Why are you leaving that part out, bro? Because this sounds like you gaslit her into apologizing. Remember when you made me feel so guilty? Like that, there's no full context there. But if you made her feel like she graped you and eventually she gave in because it was just like the only way to proceed. Oh my god, this just has like toxic. Oh my god, I hate it. I don't like trying to imagine this. It's dirty. And I just took a shower too. Oof. Am I wrong here, Chad?
There's a difference between an apology and being like, oh. There's a difference between an apology and being like, oh wow, sorry I fucking killed your dog. When you didn't kill someone's dog. Like, if you want to get into analogies, I know you love those.
So if your brain functions normally, and you do recall,
yours doesn't.
And yeah, I get it. You like gaslighting me, but if
that's ironic. Also, that's not gaslighting, bro. Huh? Wait, what? Dude, Onision saying that she's gaslighting him because she said your brain doesn't function normally, huh? Okay, Onision, homie, what? But like again, this call is just completely just calling just to argue. Really, Sarah? No, girl, this is no good.
And you do recall,
yours doesn't.
And yeah, I get it. You like gaslighting me, but if you
if gaslighting, bruh. You're such an old fucking fart.
Okay, like there is something that like is a little eerie about that. I will say, maybe look, no offense, but like, girl.
Okay.
Dude, leave me alone. You are so old and disgusting, and I hope the skin cancer comes back and eats your dick off. Like, on God.
So that's what she said right before hanging up. She said, "On God," but he literally proved her point by showing what a boomer he is and put "I'm gone" when she said "on God," you know. So that was the call, guys. And yeah, let's play that one more time because I have something else that I need to show you guys real quick.
Okay.
Dude, leave me alone. You are so old and disgusting, and I hope the skin cancer comes back and eats your dick off. Like, on God.
Okay.
I was away. I got skin cancer 2 times. It was right here and right here. I'll post a picture.
So basically, he had skin cancer twice this year, apparently. And she wished him to get skin cancer on his dick so it would fall off. What the fuck, dog? Because at first, when you listen to that thing she said at the end, it might seem like a random like insult, right? Like, oh, Sarah just wished that he gets skin cancer and his dick would fall off. But like, damn, what? I didn't know that he had skin cancer. Like, what? He has skin cancer twice. Yeah, so there's that. It hits a little different, huh? I guess that explains the title. You know? I just woke up to Sarah wishing cancer on me. The thing is, it can be annoying to her, and it will be annoying to her to obviously say something that doesn't align with what happened with her, right? But like, he is technically allowed to say that to the end of his days. And from a content creator standpoint, for his fans, if he truly wants to grow, he is not gonna grow if he just keeps doing the same content over and over and over again. So it's kind of surprising, honestly, that it took him long enough to finally start just uploading content, and actually maybe he's actually finally starting to put effort, right? I'm not sure what his plan is, and especially because he's demonetized, I believe, like on all his channels. Should we do a little dive? Should we do a blind dive into this? You know what? Let's watch this video. This is Onision gets a crazy call at 6 a.m. parody. So he's already making it, and I know it says I watched it, but I haven't watched it. I just clicked it, and I guess it thinks that I watched it. He already made a parody of the phone call that we witnessed, guys. Let's watch a parody of the call we just listened to.
Play if you want to kill yourself.
Who is this?
I called you because I want you to leave me alone.
You want me to leave you alone when I haven't talked to you in over a year?
Yes, that tracks.
You don't see how this is really ironic right now, this situation? Vexatious litigation is a form of harassment, so I have every right to defend myself.
I'm not litigating you.
Vexatious okay, this is so cringe. Oh my god, bro. Why did he just have to get cringe? Like, I was like, oof, he's kind of owning her, but also, obviously, she didn't start the call with the maniacal laughter, right? But like,
litigation is a form of harassment, so I have every right to defend myself.
I'm not litigating you.
Yes, you literally, like, document it.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about. You're crazy.
Have you ever heard of pathological lying, where you lie about things?
Also, by the way, because I didn't know what vexation litigation meant, right? But I just looked it up. Vexatious litigation is a legal action which is brought solely to harass or subdue an adversary. It may take the form of a primary frivolous lawsuit, or may be the repetitive, burdensome, and unwarranted filing of meritless motions in a matter which is otherwise meritorious cause of action. So basically saying that, like, you're just suing me to harass me. Okay, that's why. So I get it. That's why he's also justifying that he can record.
Have you ever heard of pathological lying, where you lie about things that make literally no sense?
Well, I am litigating you, and you're gonna lose.
Have you talked to someone about identity disorder?
You're like so disgusting, old fart.
Okay, should I get a restraining order on you? Yeah, I'm blocking your number now.
Okay, all right. That got a little nose laugh out of me. All right, the Mario thing, that's funny, but Jesus, but this is stupid. This is weird. Why is he making a skit out of someone that he's in a lawsuit with? This makes no sense. Like, it seems like I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm starting to get frustrated. It feels like neither party, neither Onison or Sarah, are taking this shit seriously. I'm sorry, but I have to say it. Like, what the fuck? Like, she's suing him, and she's calling him an old fucking fart and laughing at his face, and then he's doing, as a response, he's playing the victim through a fucking skit with the Mario themed laughter. Come on, please. This can't be real.
Bae, wait.
What?
I hope your skin cancer comes back and your dick falls off.
Okay.
Oh, God!
Hey man, who was that calling you just now?
Pretty sure that was the actual devil.
Blocked her number?
On God.
Flappy Bird.
Okay, so Onision has blocked her, according to the skit.
And who was that calling you just now?
Pretty sure that was the actual devil. What?
I hope your skin cancer. Hey, wait.
Yeah, I'm blocking your number now. Bye.
Bae, wait.
Bae, wait. Bae. Why did he make hypothetical Sarah call himself Bae? That is kind of weird. Why is he in a shed? Oh my god. I just realized. Yeah, I could tell he's in a shed, but I like that the shed literally says shed on it.
What?
Like, Tough Shed. Dude, is that like the company brand name, Tough Shed? That's funny. Dude, okay. It's one thing for him to be in a shed, but the fact that the shed is labeled shed, okay, that adds an extra layer. This is so next level. What is happening? Oh my god. Yeah, he said Bae. He is stuck in 2010? I don't know. Bae might have been, I think Bae was 2015. 2016 maybe?
hope you guys enjoyed this cut down of the live stream. The actual live stream was like 2.5 hours, and sometimes my thoughts weren't all there. Obviously, I edited some here to hopefully make this all more cohesive and more representative of how I actually feel, right? So if you guys enjoyed it, please do subscribe and like it up. That'll encourage me to do these edits more often, you know, because I've been a little slacking, not gonna lie. So I would love to do this if you guys actually receive it well. And obviously, we might see more of Onision, so I do think this was necessary. So leave a comment with your thoughts, and see you soon.